Hello, this is FuzzyCow again, and I wanted to do something different today. In the last couple of games, I've been using this red deck, and I was hoping by seeing the cards in this deck, you'd understand what I could potentially draw from the games that I've been showing you. It's not quite finished, but it's okay, and it has been able to win quite a few games. The first Pokemon I wanted to show you is Miltank. Miltank's my favorite Pokemon to start out with in my hand. It has pretty good stats with 100 base health. This is amazing, especially compared to the rest of the basic Pokemon in this deck. However, that's not the only reason to add Miltank. Miltank has very good attack in the form of Powerful Friends. Powerful Friends is a very cheap card. It has 1 colorless energy. You can deal up to 80 damage. That's why you add Miltank in your deck. You do need a stage 2 Pokemon, however, which is okay because we have both Delphox and Emboar in this deck. But the only problem with this attack there is that it is relatively slow. To kind of offset that, we have the next attack, which is Hammer In. For 3 colorless energy, you can use Hammer In, which means that for 1 double colorless and 1 fire energy, we're able to use Hammer In and deal 60 damage. This will knock out most Pokemon that evolve into other Pokemon. If you kind of look at the Pokemon that we have, as an example here, we have Tepig, who has 60 health, and we also have Fennekin, who has 50. The only exception is Litleo, which has 70. This is why we run the 70 hit point Litleo instead of the more offensive based 61. The next Pokemon that I like to show is Pyroar. Pyroar is the main offense in this deck. He has 110 health, which is relatively low, but he offsets this by having the amazing ability of Intimidating Mane. He will prevent all damage done by my opponent's basic Pokemon. This includes all EX Pokemon, and that's why we love Intimidating Mane. It's important to note that the effects of the attacks will still go through, so Pyroar can still be poisoned, paralyzed, or go to sleep by these attacks. However, it's worth it because those are fewer and far in between. His only damaging attack is Scorching Fang, which for 1 fire energy and usually 1 double colorless, you're able to power up and deal 60 damage plus 30 by discarding a fire energy. This deals 90 damage, or if you have the Muscle Band, it will deal 110, knocking out a twin Pyroar, which is very nice. That's it for the offensive power of this deck. The next one I'm going to show you is the supporters for this deck. We have a 3-2-2 line of Fennekin, Brazen, and Delphox. It's important to note that Fennekin and Brazen both have a retreat cost of 1, which means that it's harder to catch them out than the other opponents. Delphox has a retreat cost of 2, which is okay. It makes up for it with the relatively high stats of 140 health and the ability Blaze Ball, which deals for 3 colorless energy. You're able to deal 50 damage plus 20 more for each fire attached. That means that fully powered with 3 fire energy, you're able to deal 110 damage. That's not the reason why we run Delphox though, as the main reason is a stage 2 with Mystical Fire. Mr. Fire is an amazing ability which allows you to have 6 cards in your hand at any point in the game. Mystical Fire's ability allows you to kind of combo within very well in the late game. The next support card we have is Emboar. We run a 3-2-2 line of Tepig, Pignite, and Emboar. You can kind of see that Pignite and Emboar are a lot less maneuverable and have higher retreat costs than Delphox's counterparts. Emboar does make up for it by having 150 HP, which will make it hard to kill. His attacks are quite frankly mediocre, with both requiring what looks like a double colorless energy, and it will be very hard if you don't use double colorless energy. The 120 on Fire Blast is very nice, though it does require a double colorless energy and 2 fire and force you to discard an energy, but it's very nice to have anyway. Next we're going to show you the abilities to evolve Pokemon. It's very important to evolve Pokemon in this deck, and you should be doing it constantly. With Evo Soda, Rare Candy, and Ultra Ball, you should be able to evolve Pokemon almost every turn. If you're not evolving Pokemon every turn, you're probably falling behind most fast, quick, basic EX decks. The next card that we have is very useful as we have relatively high retreat costs. Switch is very useful because it allows you to shuffle around your Pyroar and make it so he's not stuck. Sacred Ash is important because we only have 1 Pyroar in the entire deck, and Pyroar is such a key part of our strategy. Superior Energy Retrieval is very useful because both Emboar and Pyroar force us to discard energy. And with Superior Energy Retrieval late in the game, we can get that energy back, which is usually when we need it. We only run 8 fire energy in our deck, and we have to constantly discard using Pyroar's attack. Now for our supporters. Colress is an amazing supporter as it allows you to draw cards based on the number of benched Pokemon on both sides. Sycamore also allows you to draw cards, though you have to discard your hand first to draw 7. These are both great draw cards. N is another draw card that we have, though N is an amazing card to have in the beginning of the game as it allows you to redraw your hand. Both you and your opponent must draw the cards equal to the number of prizes you have left. So that means that in the beginning of the game you'll have a full new hand. In the late game you only have 1 or 2 cards in your hand. Delphox makes this not a problem, so that's a great combination. Pokemon Fan Club is an amazing card to have in this deck because you have to start evolving Pokemon very quickly. In order to do this, it's great to have all the basics. There are a lot of basics that we can draw, and it's important that we get every single one of those Pokemon evolved as quickly as possible. Lysander is an amazing supporter. He's the main way I can protect my Pyroar from the opponent's Pokemon by calling them out and having Pyroar destroy them before they become a problem. The final card is Muscle Band. Muscle Band is one of the best tools in the format. It allows you to do 20 more damage to my opponent's active Pokemon for free, basically. It's just a great card to have. Though I run 4 colorless energy and I run 8 fire energy, and that's my deck. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good day.